Hello guys, it's third part of our series of metal cutting. So let's start our new topic today. I hope you are all doing good. Let's move to our topic. So today we are discussing about the same thing, the formulas, how to remember the formulas. Let's start. Why do not start? Okay. Let's start on the topic. Okay. So yesterday or before this video we have talked about the some formulas, like we have talk about the shear angle formula. It is known as shear angle formula. We have talked about the all cutting velocities like shear plane velocity, chip thickness velocity, and the cutting velocity of tool. So all these things have done already. Now we move to the force analysis. How to find the formulas on force. Let's move further ahead on finding force. So in force analysis we will talk about various types of forces which is acting during the cutting action on the workpiece. Like we will talk about the shear force, we will talk about the cutting force, we will talk about the normal force, and many more things. So let's start with the topic. Here, changing continuously, the shear point changing continuously and having the value of tau s. Tau s is the shear zone. Tau s is the shear zone, and sigma is the normal force acting on the shear plane. It is shear stress which is acting on the shear plane. Tau s is the shear stress, and sigma is the normal stress which is acting on shear plane. And when the tool is doing his action by cutting the workpiece, there will be a friction force also occurring between the chip tool interface. It is the interface between chip and tool, and also it producing a normal force through this area. It producing or it acting a normal force on the workpiece by on this direction. So let's analyze all the forces which is acting on this. First, the shear stress acting on the shear plane. Second, the normal stress acting by the workpiece, which is act on the opposite direction. And third is the normal action occurring on this workpiece by the tool. And the fourth force will be the friction force, which is acting between the chip tool interface. Now, let's measure the FC and FT. FC is the cutting force, FT is the thrust force. Thrust force is acting by the tool. The first thrust force is acting on the workpiece by the tool. So let's start the calculations. How we proceed further. So Fn is the normal force. So normal force is acting on the shear plane. So how to calculate if the normal force acting? Just using the elementary rule which we have already studied in our elementary school. Fn is equal to normal force is equal to sigma into area of cross section of where the force is acting. So normal force is acting on this, so the area would be the AB plane. This is area of AB plane. So we have already discussed how to find the length of AB in the previous video. Here is the thickness of T, here is the phi angle. So this is AB, length of AB. Here is the thickness of the workpiece, undeformed workpiece, and here is the phi angle. So how to find the length of the shear plane? We can find the length by using the tangent rule. Tan phi is equal to we can find the by cosine rule, not tangent. Using cosine rule, we can find the AB length by using the cosine rule, which is sin phi is equal to, because we have already given the perpendicular and the hypotenuse. So by using the common sense we have to use this. So here we can easily find the thickness. This thickness, it is equal to T upon me. We have to find the AB now. So AB is equal to T upon sin phi. t upon sine phi. Now come to the how to find. We have find the length of the shear plane, but how to find the area? We can find the area by multiplying the width. This width, because the area will be this and this and this. This will be the area. This is length AB. This is B. This is B. So the length will be B into AB. What is AB? We have already found the AB value of AB. It's t upon sine alpha. Sine phi. It's my mistake. I'm pronouncing again this. B into t by sine phi. Okay. So we have founded the area of this plane. Area of this plane BT by sine phi. It is the area of this plane BT by sine phi. Now we have to find the force. How to find the force? Like I already told you how to find the force. We have studied in the elementary schools. Like the force is equal to stress into area. So stress acting on the stress acting which is the stress which is perpendicular to the area is known as normal stress. So it would be a normal stress, and area having the plane of shear plane, the area of having shear plane cross section. So it will be BT by sine phi. We already found it. Then it would be phi Fn sigma n BT upon sine phi. It will be our force. So it was very easy to finding the force, but I have just mistakenly let's proceed further. How to find the normal force? How to find the it was normal force. How to find the shear force? By shear force, using the shear force, we have to take the where the shear action takes place. So using shear area, shear stress into shear area. Shear area means the area would be constant. But whatever the area will what was the area for the normal stress, same will be the area for the shear stress also. So the area for the shear stress, we will taking the same area, which is BT by sine phi. BT by sine phi. It is hidden behind. It would be BT by sine phi. So Fs is equal to tau s into BT by sine phi. So it was very easy for finding these two forces. I think you all guys getting this. How I have founded both the forces. Now let's move to ahead and finding the different types of forces which is acting ahead, apart from this, which is acting on the chip tool for like friction force. We also studied in the elementary school the friction force. The value of friction force is F equal to mu times of normal value. So that's for this slide. Just moving ahead. Yes, come to this slide. Yes, we can also use the merchant circle theory to finding the various forces. Like what merchant circle theory say? Let's first, I have to make the first workpiece to analyze all the forces or to draw all the forces, just to understand you how to, just to teach you how to make this. This is tool. This is reference plane. This is alpha. This is shear plane. This is phi. So just take all the forces which is acting on the system. Let's say that the chip tool interface and all the things, we said that this is the system. So if this is the system, let's analyze what kind of forces acting on this system. So the forces acting on this interface is friction force. First, friction force. Let me change my color. Yes, friction force. And shear force will be acting on this. Thrust force will be acting in this direction. Cutting force will be acting on this direction. So we conclude all the forces in a single circle. So this is known as merchant circle diagram, where we conclude all the forces in a single diagram. So let's assume that here the cutting action is done by the tool. It is tool. let's assume to be a cutting action done by tool. Just think like in this diagram we can already see that the shear force is acting on this direction, so the tool is acting the shear force in this direction. Let me change my color of the pen. The direction of the shear force will be, sorry for this, will be in this direction. This is shear force. Now the direction of cutting force is this Fc, because the tool is cutting in the direction of negative y direction. Let's say it's negative y direction, sorry, negative x direction, my mistake, negative x direction. So the cutting force x would be this Fc, and the direction of friction force is in this direction. So the direction of friction force is in this direction. So this is friction force direction of friction force. This is cutting force direction, friction force. What is the left? Now come to the shear force. We have already talked about shear force, normal force, and normal force is acting on this direction. So normal force is acting on this direction, so just make this is the direction of normal force, and where the thrust force is acting in this direction. This is Ft, this is thrust force, direction of thrust force, and this is the resultant, and this is the normal force. This one is the normal force, this is the normal force, second normal force, this is the resultant force, this is the thrust force. By calculating this we can find all the things, and this is the alpha. So now find the other angles also. We need to find the other angles to conclude all the forces. So we have already founded the two forces, like we have already founded the shear force and the normal force in the previous slide. Now let's move to find other forces also. So for finding other forces we have to find the angles first. So for finding angles, just putting some random angle that we already know that the angle between the cutting force and shear force is phi, and the angle between, if this is the reference plane, the angle between this face is alpha. So this will be also by vertically opposite angle. This angle will be same. If this is alpha, this is also will be alpha, and this will be a beta angle. Beta, what is beta? Beta angle is the angle between the resultant and the normal. This is normal and this is resultant. If this is beta, or this is 90 degree. If this is beta and this is 90 degree, then it will be 90 minus beta. It will be 90 minus beta, and by using Angelsum property, then this angle will be the 90 degree. This angle will be this cutting force, and this shear, the reference plane. The angle between the cutting force and the reference plane is 90 degrees. So let's assume it to be this angle to be x. So the sum of this angle will be 90 degree. So x plus 90 minus beta plus alpha is equal to 90 degrees. So this 90 is cancel out. X is equal to beta minus alpha. So we have founded what is the x. X is beta minus alpha. Now just make the 2-3 vector sum, so we can find the forces. I am taking the friction force, which is acting on this direction, and the normal, which is perpendicular. Both are perpendicular. Friction and normal both are perpendicular, and the resultant is in between them. So this is the angle between the normal and the resultant is the friction angle, which is denoted by beta. So by using some analysis, if I make this a triangle, then it would be also a f. So this would be also an f. So how to find f? So we can find F as a, if beta is the front uh, front front side, the beta is the front side, then it would be r sine beta. Okay, and if n is the with angle, then it said to be cos beta. So we have concluded, finded the f and n. Now move to how to find the fc and ft. So for finding the fc ft, we have to make the angles, make the vector of both fc and ft, cutting force and thrust force. This is fc, this is ft, and the angle between, this is fc, this is ft, the angle between is beta minus alpha. So beta minus alpha, taking beta minus alpha, and this is the resultant. So by using the trigonometric ratio, we can say that fc is equal to r times of cos beta minus alpha, and ft is equal to sine times r sine times beta minus alpha. So we also found the other two forces also, and we have already found the Fn and Fs in previous slide. Fn and Fs, if I move to previous slide, yes, these are Fn and Fs. So